Sure, we're good for position. Can you see me if I sit here? Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Rocky Mountain Music Therapy's video series and doing some interventions and bringing music therapy to people who might not normally have it, and just kind of getting the word out there about what it is we do. This week is music therapy and respiration, and this is the third part in our video series. We did 2 already this week on Instagram, so if you'd like to check those out, go ahead. That might be a good introduction if you haven't already seen this. I might not go too much into some of the specific basics and just kind of start a little bit more advanced with things, but I'll give a minute or two to see if anyone else joins the stream, and we'll just take a moment here and get ready. All right, so today, I'll just go ahead and get started. We're going to be talking about breath and respiration in music therapy. And to me, a cool thing about singing is that it's not just engaging the respiratory system. Singing, to me, is a full body exercise. I mentioned before how we carry a lot of pain and things in our bodies that we might not necessarily be aware of. And that definitely comes out in our voices and how we sing and even how we speak to each other. Because speaking really is just more monotone singing. I can say, "Hi, how are you?" Or I can go, "Hi, how are you?" It has that prosody, that ebb and flow all of our speech does. And so in thinking about respiration, it's a good way to be able, we need our breath support to be able to speak properly and to be able to say a full sentence with good breath control so I can keep speaking and keep speaking and keep speaking, or I have to take a breath so I'm not taking a breath every single few words and having to do that sort of thing. So we'll go over an exercise kind of working on breath control in a little bit. We'll do a little bit of deep breathing to warm up, but to start, I thought we could just do a little bit of therapeutic singing, just get everything warming up. If you want to do maybe some vocal exercises like some tongue rolls or maybe some syllable work, whatever you want. But I'm going to sing a song that, of course, has no relevance to anything going on currently today whatsoever. I just decided I wanted to sing Hit the Road Jack today for no particular reason. So we're going to sing a little bit of that song. And make sure, use the music to give yourself space for breaths and all of that. I'll kind of demonstrate and show you, just where are good spots to breathe to make sure you can sing it all clearly. One second, I need to pick a different key. Sorry. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Oh, woman, don't treat me so mean. Be so woman I've ever seen. Guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go. That's right. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way. Cause I'll be back on my feet someday. Don't care if you do, cause it's understood. You got the money, you just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What'd you say? Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Yeah, sometimes we just gotta tell people when it's their time, don't come back no more. Get out. You know? Not always, but it's also good to show kindness if it's required. Okay, so thanks for singing along with me there. If you were joining in. Um, so therapeutic singing, that's something we talk about specifically in the field of neurologic music therapy. And so the way I would describe that is that it's kind of some of the respiratory and singing exercises that we do are tiered. So, if you're working on something really specific, maybe just the oral motor respiratory like musculature, like just working on stuff with like the lip movements and getting breath out from here, maybe working more with like a kazoo or a melodica or some other type of wind instrument might be more beneficial than singing, just to work specifically on that. Um, if you're working just on breath and like that breath control or getting deep breaths, maybe you might sing. I did a demonstration, the last video, of taking extra time in a song to breathe in deeply and then singing extra long over one syllable or word, just to kind of work on that also in the context of a song. But therapeutic singing is if you worked on maybe some of the oral musculature stuff, and then worked on breathing, and also worked on maybe supported the diaphragm and a couple of other things. Then therapeutic singing is something to kind of bring that all together, because that's like what I was talking about, that overemphasized speech. So it's kind of getting closer to the model that we're working on and getting people to have good breath support, just to have conversations with each other. And that's what music is to me. When we're playing music with people, we're just having conversations, sometimes with words and sometimes without, just depends. So I'm going to start first, before we go into this controlled breathing exercise, just with some simple deep breathing, especially if you haven't seen this before, so you kind of know what's going on. I'm going to give a little bit of cueing for you while I play the music, and the music will hopefully help facilitate the action of your breathing. So I'll be kind of going up here, and I'll say N, 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 out, out. And do that just first for a little bit. And so just as I'm saying in, and then slowly out as the sound is going down. And we'll just do that for a little bit. It's normal to get lightheaded when you do this. So if you do, maybe take a break for a second if it's uncomfortable. But it's natural to feel a little bit lightheaded. You're oxygenating your brain and your body a lot more than you're probably used to if you don't do this regularly. So go ahead and join in with me. We're going to start just breathing in, out. in, out, 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 in, out, in, out, ready, in, out, and in, out, in, out, in, out, in, or deep breath in, just let it out. Yeah, take a moment, just feel what's happening in your body. If this is something you're used to, you might be lightheaded. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more energy in your limbs than you might before. Your circulatory system has been taking all of that oxygen-rich blood that you've just given yourself and just coursed it throughout your body. Maybe you're a little bit more alert now. Maybe this is a good way to help start your day if you haven't tried that before. I always like to start my morning with just a little bit of deep breathing, sometimes with music. But in any case, we're going to do something a little bit similar now, continuing forward. Oh, before I forget, I put it in the video description, but we are doing these videos as multiple efforts. One, to just kind of get the word out about what music therapy is, what we do, and kind of show what we do. To get music therapy access to folks who might not normally have that access. And if possible, to get a little bit of revenue if we can, just because it's been a little bit more difficult through COVID times and everything, getting more clients, and we're just putting ourselves out here. And if you would like to donate, and if any of these videos are helpful for you, our PayPal is paypal.me/RockyMountainMusicTH. We appreciate your support, appreciate you following and watching if you are. And that's that. Let's continue forward. So we're going to do something a little bit similar. Going up and down with breath work. But this time, I'm going to do a counting exercise with you. And this is going to be more for controlled breathing. So what we're going to do first is we'll breathe in normally, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, out. So, I'll count top down. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's when the breath ends, when you get to 0. And we'll go higher each time we breathe in. So we'll be breathing in the same amount of time, we'll be breathing out a lot longer. The idea being, again, sometimes we need to be able to say sentences that are longer or just have more support for what we're doing in our breath. And so this is really about controlling that exhalation and getting the similar amount of support over a longer time with the same breath. So we'll probably won't go too high, but I'll keep increasing the numbers each time, and then we'll go back down. So go ahead and follow along with me, breathing in. And walk through. Oh, sorry, I got distracted there. My bad. Follow with me here, breathing in. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in. Ready, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in. And out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Biggest one here. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And going back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in one more time. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's a very simple exercise. That's done a lot in vocal groups and in choirs, just to really get again, to work on that breath control. Usually it's just done with like a metronome or someone snapping and counting those beats in and out. But I feel it's something that can be used in music therapy, and using that breadth of sound and the reach of the instruments that we have to be able to provide more support for that breathing exercise, especially for individuals who really need that extra little bit of behind the music. Just a click isn't necessarily going to do it. More of that auditory feedback helps with the motor planning, and helps with the it provides what's happening here when you think about it is it's providing a temporal space for it. So it's like, if you just by having, this is when the breath ends and this is where it goes out and ends here. It's just a nice supporting guideline for people to be able to follow. So we're going to do another therapeutic singing. Just take a quick break and sing another song. The song I wanted to sing this morning is kind of an not older, but not as current pop tune by Bruno Mars. And I didn't even think about this. No pun intended in terms of counting, but the song is Count on Me. And I picked that because I feel like this is a time, always, these days, these years we're in are a time really for us to be able to need to stick together and support each other. So we need to be able to count on each other. And we're going to modify it a little bit. As when we do Count on Me, like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, I might add some extra things just to kind of get that more of that breath expulsion out there. So try and watch and listen for that, but we'll just sing through this. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. Breathe in. You can count on me like 4, 3, 2. I'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. On you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. Breathe. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and I'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, you'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. Breathe. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll be there. 'Cause that's what knowing I can count on you. Like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You can count on me. I can count on you. I always mess up the timing of that last line. Anywho, so yeah, there's another example of how you can do more of that breath control work within a song. So, that one's simple. That already has like a counting thing in there. Just add more numbers for whatever you need. Um, and if you're wanting to work maybe more on like a specific syllable, maybe I can count on you like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. It's working on that vowel production as well. So there's ways in which like our exercises that are working on respiration can also be folded in maybe with working on some speech production, and then that folds into the communication domain. So things can kind of touch on and interact with each other in music therapy sessions, which I think is really cool. Um, let's see. I talked a little bit. I want to talk a little bit more, but just kind of like how singing really is beneficial for people. When you sing with others, your respiratory systems, by having that breath similar in time, are starting to sync up just naturally. Um, some studies have also shown that uh, when individuals sing in groups together, their heart rates sync up. So your cardiovascular system is also synchronizing with those around you that you're singing with. Research has also indicated that when we listen to music, while our neurons kind of fire in a rhythm on their own, but when we listen to music or we have more of an auditory stimulus, that primes our neurons to kind of be in synchronization with that external stimulus. Um, Maybe you've noticed sometimes when you're walking in a mall or a store and suddenly your walking pattern starts to be in time with the music that's on the store. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that before, but that's a similar way in how that, we call that entrainment in music therapy, the idea that we entrain or synchronize with external beats. Um, and so by having that external beat with the song too, your nervous system is synchronizing. So you have three main portions of your body synchronizing with people around you. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds pretty helpful in terms of building community and connection with others. And it sucks because singing together right now during COVID is difficult, if not impossible in some cases. So I think that's one of the reasons that maybe this might be beneficial. I would love to see if research can show, I don't know how this would be done, but if we can have those same benefits in terms of the synchronization with others over virtual world as well. Um, in any case, the benefits for yourself of that enriched oxygenation of your mind and your body help you be more alert, be more focused, um, and it's just good for all of your body tissue to just have more oxygen-rich blood. So I want us to work on, right now we're going to do something that's focused on kind of building out support in the diaphragm. So we're going to do a similar breathing in, 3, 4, and then as I go down, we're going to go ha, 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 and end on just a note, just singing a note with it. And so what's that? And when you do this, what I want you to do is just kind of with one hand or maybe with two, just feel the engagement in your diaphragm, because that's really where we want to try and breathe from. And if you're able to get breath that deep down, we don't always breathe that deep in our lungs sometimes. So then you're engaging parts of your respiratory system that aren't as utilized. Just getting everything flowing and moving a lot more with breath. So yeah, that's it really. We're just breathe in and ha, 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 and I'll make it very clear on when we end on the note. It'll be a nice flourish. So here we go. Ready? Breathe in. And ha, 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 ha. And breathe in again. And ha, 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 ha. Excellent. One more time. Breathe in. Out. Ha, 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 ha. Breathe in. And ha, 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 ha. Breathe in again. Time. Ha, 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 ha. Really engage your diaphragm here. Last time, breathing in. As deep as you can in your lungs. Try and get all the way down to where you feel that diaphragm. And ha, 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 ha. As long as you're able to hold that note, or if you want to keep going. If you're still going, great. Just let air out. Let's take a moment. Breathe for a second. One more breath. And out again. All right. And that's all I really had prepared today. So we did a little bit of therapeutic singing, talking about how that's a tiered exercise. There's all sorts of aspects in terms of our oral musculature, our breath support underneath, our lung capacity, our control of breath, all these things that fold into what we can work on in singing. And so therapeutic singing can encompass all of those things. Uh, it engages all parts of our body and gets them in synchronization with those around us if we're engaging with others. We did some deep breathing, just working on getting all of our body and our brain really rich in oxygen, controlled breathing. So you can just have a lot more support over time with the same amount of breath because we don't, when we're speaking, I'm not necessarily going to go, okay, now I have a longer sentence because I really needed to breathe in that deep. Having that breath control can be really beneficial to just kind of make conversations flow normally, especially for folks who have issues with respiration and communication, and maybe feel like they need to take all those deep breaths. If you work on that breath control, that can get better with time. And then also, again, working on some support with pushing out from that diaphragm, so you're engaging that deep part of your lungs. All things that are beneficial. Respiration music therapy is I think is one of the definitely a more evidenced area in terms of how it can work. Of course, we need more research always, but yeah, music therapy and breathwork is very beneficial. Just sing throughout the day if it helps you. If you're cleaning your house and you got a playlist on, sing along with it. Doesn't matter if you're in tune. If you're engaging your body and you're singing honestly and you're feeling that emotion, then it's beautiful. Everyone has a beautiful voice, no matter what it sounds like. I really believe that. So go out and sing, have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining in. We'll see you next time.